Welcome to our 10 o'clock end of summer unity service. There were very few people here early. I think Bill and Tim were the two early birds, got here about 8:45, and we'll see who shows up at 11 o'clock. But thank you for being here. I need to do a couple of pre-announcements before we get started, and wanted to pass just on some prayer request news you can keep in prayer as we're worshiping, and I'll lift those up again during our prayer time. So for those who hadn't heard, Mary Robertson passed away Thursday afternoon about 3 o'clock, and able to get by and spend some time with Karen and Matt and the family, and just have some tears, some laughter, and some prayers together. Mary's service will be here at the church this coming Thursday evening at 5 p.m. So again, please keep Mary's family in your prayers, and if you're able, please join us for that memorial service on Thursday at 5 o'clock. Some of you remember one of our members, Fern Humphreys, has not been able to be active in the life of our congregation for quite some time. She too passed away this past week at the age of 90. So please keep the Humphreys family in your prayers, and add to that a health prayer. So this is Frank Messerly was back in the hospital on Friday and kept overnight on Saturday night, still working with some of his heart issues, but things were looking pretty good last night, so please keep Frank in your prayers. Again, we hold those families and those members up as we join together to worship, celebrating the end of summer, celebrating part of this worship service, the blessing of the backpacks, kids and adults both going back to school for the fall semester, and what that means, the transition in life. And then we're going to gather after worship for a luncheon in the fellowship hall. There is plenty of food, so you feel free if you hadn't planned on it but want to stay and have lunch. We have plenty of food. You're invited over to the fellowship hall. We'll just share a meal together, share a little bit of more information. We have our discipleship teams, the youth and adult and children's ministry teams have some tables set up letting you know what all the programs we have for the fall. They used to call it Rally Day, I think. That kind of, we get started again for the new year. So we have a list of all the program opportunities, again, cross generations, and invite you to be part of whatever piece that you can. As we begin worship, another kind of a new sort of opportunity. We're partnershiping with Anna Hackett from Candela to offer a book study over at the Y. Some of you have done this book study before. If you've heard, it's called The Bad Women of the Bible, but it's an Old Testament study of the ladies of the Bible. So we're trying this as an outreach to folks who might not ordinarily come to a book study at a church, but might show up at the Y for a book study. So on Thursdays from 12 to 1:30, one of the pieces of our participation, we purchased the books and got the books for the study, but we're also going to provide a very simple lunch. So we have some folks who have signed up to be part of that. There's a sign-up sheet in the narthex. I think the deacons are on tap to do it this week. We're talking, tuna salad or chicken salad sandwiches for 12 people. Very simple, not an ornate lunch, but each week we want them to come and have their study and enjoy some hospitality from Port Orange Presbyterian Church.